Hello, this is Nigel at Spiritual Awareness New Zealand. It is the Monday the 10th of July 2017 and I have a little bit of time on my hands to update you here. I made a video this morning and the whole thing at the moment is that this weather that is coming at the moment is man-made, and there is a lot of evidence that shows there's nothing really that would create this happening. That certainly doesn't look obvious. Now what I'll do is I'll show you what I mean by that, and aside from that, it was interesting that as many of you now will have seen, that there was a post showing that there's been a sudden spike in flu in Hawke's Bay Hospital, reported by Hawke's Bay Hospital. They've suddenly had heaps of people going in with flu, and not just flu but other symptoms of breathing problems and so forth, which somebody pointed out was coincidental with my spotting of chemtrails a few days ago over Hawke's Bay and Manawatu. So go figure on that. The chemtrails are probably containing bacteria, cultures and so forth, and are causing sickness. I have written a letter since then to the Ministry for the Environment to actually ask them for answers on that, or to ask them to investigate it. As usual, I don't expect that they'll respond in any sensible way, but that's the Ministry of Environment for you. The Ministry of Poisoning for you, because that's what they're doing to the environment, is poisoning it with 1080 poison right up and down the country, and calling it possum control. But you know, anyway, that's another whole story. Anyway, okay, let's have a look at this. Now, this I haven't seen the skies looking so messy for a long time. Look at this thing that's on its way over here. Look at that, it's coming over. It's, you see, from about 4 o'clock onwards it gets dark, and so you can't see anymore. But but you can see that this is moving over this way, and you know, just messy clouds. Usually the sky is not like this, even on these. This is the visible satellite images. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Now this one, if you look at this, you'll see that around New Zealand, you'll see that it's actually quite clear. There was this little bit that came through from the north, and that hit New Zealand and like there and came through, and that was that recent rain that hit much of the northern part of North Island. Excuse me. Excuse me. That is not a cold, by the way. That is just a sneeze. Okay. So, but apart from that, this whole area is clear, and you know, like there's no heavy masses of precipitation. Now this graph, by the way, this here is precipitation, right? Precipitation. Now show me the precipitation around New Zealand right at the moment. Nothing. Hardly anything. Not normal. I mean, not like out of the normal, not strange, nothing. Okay. Now the only thing, if you want to have a look at this, is all these anomalies coming down here, which you know you probably noticed by now. These white lines that come down at the end at a certain point, right? If I stop it there, I'll go back a little bit. Those ones there, right? Okay. Now apart from that, it's animated again. This is like musical chairs, isn't it? Now I'll just bring that back up again, and there we go. You'll also see there's a beam that comes through here, and I'll see if I can capture that. I'll stop it, and it goes, there it is. Okay, see that beam there? Comes right through there, and you'll see it. I'll take it back a little bit, and you'll see this little kind of beam that goes, there's one side of it and there's the other side of it there. And I can zoom in on that and you can see what it looks like. Well, let's just take a real close look at this. And you can see how that doesn't actually fit in, right? Now that's right over here. That's not anywhere New Zealand. New Zealand's looking quite clear there. There's not much around it, you see? Now, okay, let's have a look at this. Wow. Okay. So the beam starts about here. There it is. Boom. Beam. Right? And then it goes dum 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 through there. And that's it. It's gone. No beam anymore. Okay. So there's an anomaly. Okay. Those white things, lines coming down, are anomalies. And around New Zealand, I'm not seeing anything. Seriously, there's nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Now, what the hell, you know, right? So yeah, there's a little bit of a line there, but nothing major. Not like, you know, hell, when a hurricane, cyclone comes through here, it's like, you know, full on. You can see this huge mass of it and so forth. Here, there's no mass. Nothing. So where's the snow coming from? I don't get it. Okay, so I know I carry on about this, but you know it just gets me. You know. Okay, now let's have a look at the Australian one. Right? Bugger, this thing's a bugger to move around. It's useless bloody thing actually. Excepting that it has the temperatures, right? Now that light turquoise, and you've probably, if you've watched my videos before, you will have seen this, or if you look at this video, this radar before, then you'll know that that light one is -30, right? So this, in terms of weather fronts and so forth, -30 is nothing. That's not real cold. We're talking about upper atmosphere here, which upper atmosphere goes way cold, you know, like in the recent cyclones, it was going up to around -70, -80 around the centre of the cyclones, okay? Now, we're not getting any of those colours in here. We're getting some blue over here, right? The blue's not even around New Zealand. It's not even near it. Now, over here, I'd be worried if that started hitting. Well, I'd think, well, that's pretty cold, you know. I'd say, oh, well, there's going to be a bit of rain, you know, some heavy weather when that hits. But that isn't near New Zealand at all. And it doesn't look like it's going to hit New Zealand anytime soon. But over here we got this, and this is actually just coming down the bottom end of the South Island. It's not really like whipping right around and hitting into New Zealand. Something over here coming from Australia, well, that's not going to be much of a threat to us. Something here, that's that big cloud that we saw on the other one, that one, and it's got a bit of moisture, and it's coming across, probably going to cross over the North Island tonight. That will be gone, right? And it's supposed to be a clear day tomorrow in the North Island. Okay. So tomorrow is supposed to be a clear day after that moves through, so because there's nothing else here, right? Okay. Now this is heading down here. So where is the snow coming from? Where's the mass? Where is the cold front or whatever that the snow is coming from? You know? Okay. I'm just saying, you know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Anyway, there we go. There we have. That's the one there. See that there. That one there is this one here. See, it's got the same shape. That's it. Right there. So that blows through, that comes across here. And, you know, then we've got a fine day in the North Island. But the South Island's supposed to have heavy snowfalls. Where's it all coming from? And the only thing that makes sense in all of that is that it's weather modification. In other words, is it going to be an intentional freeze over on the South Island, or it's all bullshit and we're not going to have it? That's another way you could look at it too. So you know, anyway, well, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of days. That's for sure. Meanwhile, stay warm and stay happy. We've got some exciting things coming. We've got, I have mentioned some competitions which we're going to have on our page, and so there'll be some giveaways. There's going to be some questions. You're going to have to do some work for it. But those people who wanted a DVD, Dianetics DVD, there might be something in that in the next few days. For those people who said me okay, and so we're going to have some fun stuff with that happening. Tom Cruise visited the building in Auckland today. Anyway, some interesting things. And then in the next couple of months there's going to be even more interesting stuff happening on a kind of national level, and I'm not going to say too much about that, but it's real interesting stuff. And I don't have any dates for it or anything like that. I don't even know what specifically how it's all going to play out, or what kind of what to expect. I just know that there's some big planning underway, and I'll try to get all the advanced knowledge I can on it, but even I have difficulty getting that, getting a full picture of what's all happening. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm maybe a little bit more cheerful than I have been in the earlier ones. Dog's sleeping, dog's happy, and everything is good in the universe. So anyways, so stay safe, and we'll talk soon, eh? This is Nigel at Spiritual Awareness New Zealand checking out.